Hello again, welcome back, and thank you for subscribing. Now, I know I've made quite a few videos predicting Keir Starmer's demise, his end as Prime Minister and Labour leader, and they've not just been wishful thinking. I've looked at the things he's done, and I thought, yeah, he's definitely gone now. Because had it been any other Prime Minister or party leader who has done what he has, then they'd have been gone in a wink of an eye, but not Starmer anyway. I think now he has finally done the unthinkable and delivered a policy so bonkers it's got half the country signing petitions and the other half sharpening pitchforks. Yes, I'm talking about digital ID cards, the Brit card they call it. Sounds like a bloody loyalty scheme for Tesco, doesn't it? But no, this is Starmer's grand vision. Every working adult in the UK forced to carry a government-funded digital leash to prove they're not some shadowy migrant undercutting wages, or more likely to track your every move so Big Brother can decide if your Friday pint is essential. So let's rewind to my previous video. Starmer waltzes in after the election all smug with his massive majority and whispers sweet nothings about controlled migration and secure borders. Fine, say some. We've all seen the dinghies bobbing across the channel like unwanted party crashes, but then, bang, he unveils this dystopian nightmare, compulsory digital IDs for all linked to a central database, mandatory for jobs, probably rent, and who knows, maybe even for buying a loaf of bread if they get their way. He calls it an enormous opportunity. Opportunity for what exactly? For the state to know when you're taking a dump? For hackers in Moscow to sell your grandmother's NHS records on the dark web? Over 600,000 people have already signed the petition against it. The link is in the comment section of my channel. And civil liberties groups are already screaming bloody murder. Remember Tony Blair's ID card fiasco? Cost billions, achieved sod all. And got scrapped because even the Brits have limits on how much nanny statism we can stomach. But Starmer, he's doubling down because apparently learning from history is for Tories. And get this, he tried to dress it up as compassionate left-wing politics. Left-wing politics isn't compassionate, ladies and gents. Hence the assassination attempts on Donald Trump and the successful one against Charlie Kirk. Plus the countless riots they commit when they don't get their way. Anyway, it's not compassionate to rely on exploited foreign labour, he says, as if shoving a chip up every citizen's arse is the humane option. Pull the other one, dude. This isn't about migrants, it's about control. Digital IDs lead straight to digital currencies, facial recognitions on every corner, and before you know it, you're fined for tweeting the wrong opinion because the algorithm flagged your antisocial score. And for those of you who didn't know, a right-wing X-account called Northern Variant was arrested last night for tweeting an anti-Hamas meme. Yep. They took him out of his house in the middle of the night and put him in cells for it, so... yeah, dear. So we've seen it in China, and now Starmer wants a British edition. With his track record, lying about winter fuel cuts, slashing benefits, while schmoozing with BlackRock and Bill Gates, who trusts this knighted lawyer not to abuse it? He's got no mandate for this Orwellian bollocks. 2/3 of Brits are worried about data security, and polls show most hate the idea. But hey, democracy's just a speed bump when you're the Prime Minister, right? Now here's the thing that's got the Westminster vultures circling. Starmer's finished, proper finished. MPs are whispering in corridors and the whispers are turning to shouts. Andy Burnham, the mayor of Greater Manchester, remember him? That scout smoothie who's been lobbing grenades at Starmer from the sidelines. Burnham's been on the telly and the papers recently admitting Labour MPs are begging him to challenge for the leadership. It's up to Westminster though, he says, but we know what that means. Strap me in, I'm coming for the crown. He's accusing Downing Street of creating a climate of fear, spreading alienation and demoralisation amongst backbenchers. And he's spot on. Starmer's turned the party into a gulag where dissent gets you the Raider treatment out on your ear. And Burnham's no stranger to this game, is he? He's run for leader twice before, failed twice before, but who cares? And now he's pitching himself as the anti-Starmer, passionate northern, actually in touch with voters, instead of Brussels-loving lawyers. He's unveiling plans to turn the country around, calling out the timidity and factionalism, the existential threat to Labour from Reform UK eating their lunch. And with Starmer lagging in polls, Rayner gone, and scandals piling up like uncollected bins, the plotters are sharpening their knives. They really are. One Burnham ally says he's ready to come back, but it needs to be ASAP, before the May elections, basically, no less. Even Starmer's firing back, calling it tittle-tattle, but you can hear the panic in his Dalek-like voice, can't you? The PLP's against it, sure, but whispers turn to roars when the seats start bleeding. So is Burnham the saviour? Nah, of course he's not. He's got the charisma that Starmer lacks, though, doesn't he? But let's not kid ourselves. He's still Labour, still promising the moon while delivering mince pies. But right now, he's the dagger hovering over Keir's throat, and the party's begging him to twist. So Starmer's reset, more like his requiem. This digital ID lunacy was the final straw, the betrayal that unites lefties, libertarians, and even the odd Tory against him. So if Burnham jumps, it's game over, and good riddance, I say. Britain deserves better than a control freak in a suit. So resist the cards, vote the bums out, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get a leader who trusts us to wipe our own asses without asking permission. And there you have it. I'm Paz49, thanks for watching, and until the next time, stay free, stay angry, keep signing those petitions, one day they might work, and remember, if they want your data, make them work for it. Roger Trout.